Now that we're back at the camp, I want to talk about what happened at Redcliffe.
I think it turned out quite well, don't you?
I just wanted to thank you. You went out of your way to save the Isle's family, and you did it. Even though it would have been easier not to. There's been so much death and destruction. Well, it makes me feel good that at least we were able to save something. No matter how small. I owe the Isle that much.
If we can stop the Blight, we'll save much more.
You're right. Hopefully, by that time, there's still enough of Ferelden left to save. Good. Now that the warm, fuzzy part of the day is over with, we can get back to the ritual dismemberments. Oh, wait, it's not Tuesday, is it?
Alistair approves. +7. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to some more Dragon Age Origins. So sure enough, I talked to that one gentleman and sent him on his way to the Blackstone Regulars. I also had reloaded the game when I was inside the castle, so that I didn't take the quest to turn in the corpse skull. We need another 2. And I don't know when we'll fight the undead again, but they're the only creatures that will drop it. It is a random drop, so we just got unlucky not to get all 18 that we needed, so we'll have to hope we find more later on before I turn that quest in. But now I can turn quests back in at the Chantry board without too much worry. So that's pretty good. Alright, so let's do some talking to everybody while we're here in camp.
You know, maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about this, but I've something to ask you. Chances are we'll be heading to Denerim soon. And when we're there, I wonder if we might be able to look someone up.
Logan will get what's coming to him, I promise you.
No, I know that. That's not what I'm talking about. The thing is, I have a sister, a half-sister. I told you about my mother, right? She was a servant at Redcliffe Castle and she had a daughter. Only, I never knew about her. I don't think she knew about me either. They kept my birth a secret, after all. But after I became a Grey Warden, I did some checking, and, well, I found out she's still alive. In Denerim.
Have you contacted her?
No. I thought about writing her, but I never did. And then we were called down to Ostagar, and I never got the chance. She's the only real family I have left. The only family not also mixed up in the whole royal thing. I've just been thinking that maybe it's time I went to see her. With the Blight coming and everything, I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to see her. Maybe I can help her. Warn her about the danger, I don't know.
What are you expecting she will do?
I'm not sure. I don't know anything about her except her name and where she lives. Her name is Goldana, and I think she remarried but still lives just outside the alienage. If we're in the area, then, well, it's worth a look.
Alistair approves. +1. Alistar's family, new quest. Oh, let's give some gifts to people while we're here. Also clear up more of my inventory space, because I have way too much stuff in here. So, we can... Let's see... Alistar. I think he'd want... Where is it? The stone dragon statuette. Oh, maybe not. Small stone carving of a dragon. We can definitely give him the Alistar's mother's amulet. This is a special gift for him, and I think he'll really appreciate it, so let's go ahead and do so.
This is my mother's amulet. It has to be. But why isn't it broken? Where did you find it?
I found it in Redcliffe Castle in the study.
Oh, the Arl study? Then he must have found the amulet after I threw it at the wall. And he repaired it and kept it. I don't understand. Why would he do that?
Maybe he meant to give it back to you.
Maybe he did. He might even have brought it with him one of those times he came to see me at the monastery. Not that I would have given him a chance, as belligerent as I was to him. Thank you. I mean it. I thought I'd lost this to my own stupidity. I'll need to talk to him about this if he recovers from this. When he recovers, that is. I wish I'd had this a long time ago. Did you remember me mentioning it? Wow. I'm more used to people not really listening when I go on about things.
I'm your friend. Of course I remembered.
I don't know what to say. I'm honored. Thanks again.
Alistair approves, +9. Awesome. He is warm. Party members' approval changes. I don't know if he gets it. I don't know if he's getting a buff because of that. And Sten, we need to improve your relationship, so you're going to get a few pictures. Silver frame still life.
I am impressed. My thanks.
+10. And a water-stained portrait. An antique portrait, slightly water-stained, of a man wearing furs and a heavy crown.
I am impressed. My thanks.
+4, he's back to being neutral with us. Poppy, you can have the beef bone. Oh, and we have equipment to put on some of these characters as well. So Morrigan, first off, you can get this Enchanter's Cowl now. That's oh, physical resistance? That might be better for you, actually. Never mind, we're just going to sell off these Enchanter Cowls. Poppy, this has better armor penetration and more armor, is an upgrade in every way imaginable, and I'd rather you have 30 physical resistance than 30% cold resistance, since I don't know how often we'll be fighting cold enchanted creatures. Alistair, we're set with all your gear. Then you can't use Usaris yet, so there's nothing else here I want to give you. Can we give you... No, you need more strength before we can give you the Imperium crossbow. Oh, I will sell them all. I didn't use it at all during that fight. And so it's pretty pointless to hold on to it if I don't intend on actually using it for anything. We'll start giving everyone some ranged... However, can you use a crossbow? Yes, you can. There's no reason not to. Alright, do we have any other gifts for these people? A silver chain can go to you, Morrigan.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
Liliana, you are still neutral. We can give you... Well, let's take a look. What do we have? The Rose of Orlais. That's a book, though, so that's not given to actually her. I think the small curved statuette is actually given to you as well, Morgan. Let's do that.
Interesting.
It wasn't. Okay. That's probably given to Liliana. Let's see. The Chantry Amulet's definitely given to Liliana.
That's a wonderful thought. I don't know what to say.
It's okay. Say thank you. And we can give her Andraste's Grace. I think we'll hold on to that for a little bit, though. The gold bar's not given to anyone in my current group. Neither is the golden scythe. Win. I think you get this one. The Gurdons of Ferelden, the genealogical history.
A generous gift. Thank you ever so much.
You can also have the Rose of Orlais.
A generous gift. Thank you ever so much.
And that will free up some space. The Blackburn War we'll give to Morgan, but a little later. Okay, so as you see, a ton of people got a bunch of stuff. Someone got a new skill? Wynn did. Wynn has minor willpower. She is inspired. Inspired by your leadership, this party member has gained a minor bonus to willpower. Alistair has the same. He has getting a minor bonus to Constitution. And Liliana has gained a minor bonus to Cunning. Nice. And the Codex is updated, probably telling me about... Oh, characters. Okay, well, I won't read that here. Alright, so let's still talk to a few people. Liliana?
Something I can help with?
I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Oh, her responses are very different. You were a traveling minstrel. Do you have any tales to share?
Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
Do you know any Ferelden legends?
I know one. Told to me by my mother a long time ago. It always chilled me to the bone. Maybe you have heard of Flemeth?
Flemeth. Morgan's mother was called Flemeth.
Are you sure? Was she the Flemeth of legend? Flemeth, the devourer of men? Flemeth, mother of witches? Flemeth, demon-touched, who dwells in the mists?
She didn't really introduce herself as such.
Ferelden mothers scare their daughters with talk of Flemeth. They say that if you're bad, Flemeth will spirit you away and bind you to her forever. They also say that Flemeth mourns her lost beauty and will steal yours through your looking glass if she catches you.
Tell me the whole story.
Flemeth's beauty was known throughout the land. She had hair like unto a moonless night, skin as pale as winter's first snow, and eyes as beautiful and perilous as the sea. When she came of age, she came to the attention of the Lord of Highever, Conobar, and he took her for his wife. Conobar soon learned that his young bride had the gift of magic. He kept this a secret, for he feared that she would be taken from him. Flemeth stayed with Conobar for some years, and with his blessing, she practiced her art. And then one day, a young poet named Osen came to the castle. Flemeth was captivated by Osen's voice, and he by her beauty, and they fell in love.
Oh, the plot thickens.
Flemeth longed to be with her true love, and she and Osen fled from Conobar's lands, seeking refuge in the Kokari wilds with the Chasing tribes. They lived there happily for many a year, till the day Flemeth received news that Conobar was dying and longed to see her face one last time. Flemeth's heart swelled with pity for the man who once was her husband, and begged Osen to return to Conobar's side with her. But when Flemeth and Osen entered Highever, they were captured by Conobar's men, and Osen was slain in front of Flemeth's eyes. Flemeth was imprisoned in the highest tower of the castle, there to await Conobar's judgment on her. Distraught at the loss of her love, Flemeth plotted revenge against her husband. She summoned a fey demon, intending for it to wreak vengeance on Conobar. But a spell went awry. The demon possessed Flemeth. Turning her into an abomination, the halls of the castle ran red with blood as Flemeth slaughtered Conobar and all his men. The last of Flemeth's humanity melted away, and at dawn, she stole back to the wilds to plot and scheme for 100 years. They say she took to her side many Chasing men, and with their help, begat her daughter witches, who even now prowl the dark places of the Kokari wilds.
Oh, she's an excellent storyteller. Let's move on. Liliana approves, +1. When I should get to know you a little bit before we begin adventuring some more.
Oh, it's been a long day. Rest would be welcome.
Are you alright?
Yes, of course. I am just a little weary. As you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken.
Oh, I don't quite know how to respond to her here. You are very sprightly for your age, though.
Thank you. You're very kind to say so. But in all honesty, I do not know how many years I have left in me. I have lived for such a long time, but there is always something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think I will be glad when I am done.
You're not allowed to be done quite yet.
Oh, no. I'm not the sort of person that leaves things unfinished. I'll see this through, I promise.
Win approves, +1. Hello, Emissary Pether, who are you?
The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist, Grey Warden, as do the Templars of the Chantry.
Do you need anything?
There are always areas to improve on, Grey Warden. The most useful for my talents are runes.
Okay.
The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist, Grey Warden, as do the Templars of the Chantry.
Be ready.
As is my duty, Grey Warden.
I guess he represents that we have the Circle's approval and assistance in the upcoming battle. This is a very nice place to make camp, although I don't like that there's only one good exit from it. Too easy to imprison us here.
Your dog is filthy. I can smell him 50 yards off.
Hurt wine. Aw. Good. I'm sure you're exaggerating.
That may be so, but all the same, I would like your permission to bathe him.
Oh, he's a warhound, not some pampered and powdered lapdog.
I suppose that's true. Just make him sleep over on the other side of the camp. With Alistair. With any luck, that will keep all the stench confined to one small area.
Oh, poor Alistar. What did he do to deserve that? Okay, let's talk to Sten and see how much favor with him I'm going to lose. Sten?
Yes.
I wanted to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak, then.
That's enough for now.
Then I suggest we move on.
I had a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Actually, never mind.
Very well.
Let's go.
As you wish.
Okay, I have nothing else to talk to him with at the moment. I guess later on we'll find more information about him. Let's talk to these two. Let's see if we can persuade him to tell me more about himself this time. Bowden?
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
Oh, cheese knife sounds great. I could use some cheese. Have you heard any rumors?
The Darkspawn have attacked Lotaeri. I don't think everyone even had fled by the time they came, either. Word has it they swarmed the entire area, making off with prisoners and burning down the buildings. And then they were gone. Just as quick. I wonder if there's anyone left. I heard some chanters were going to head down south, maybe to try to find some survivors. I'm not holding out hope myself. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
I suppose it was only a matter of time before Lothering fell. What's your story exactly, Bowden?
Well, if you're really interested, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Huh. Lost glory.
Our kingdoms once spanned the length of Thados, from majestic Orzammar to Kal Sharok to glittering Darmalin far to the west. They say the gold and silver veins ran so thick through the stone of Darmalin that the entire city sparkled. The Darkspawn took it all, of course. One by one, the old Tigers fell, and then all that was left was Orzammar. But we were talking about how I ended up here, weren't we? One day, a noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
What happened then?
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tigers. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold.
Better to do something with them than leave them to rot.
That's exactly how I see it. The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
Huh. And now, here you are.
Yes, here I am. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
You know, you didn't mention your son in your tale.
Ah, yes. I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true. She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be. Sandal here. I found him in the deep roads years ago. Abandoned, I think, and he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the Sapphirs. He may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again.
Oh. That was generous of you.
It's not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Enchantment.
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least.
Let me see your wares, Bowden.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And with your discount.
I'm myself a bit of a treasure seeker, as it were, so I can't really blame him for doing the same. So, let's compare that weapon what Sten's using. This is better in every way, so Sten should get the battle axe. We're not going to need this. Ooh, this longsword's pretty decent, actually. Alistar, what are you? Oh, but not better than Alistar's. Ooh, current longsword. Oh, it's close, though, to being better to his current longsword. Very close. But it's not better. We don't need them all. Is that better than what you're using, Lulu? Actually, when I do this off screen, I'll be back. Okay, everyone. Selling stuff is done. We made a little bit of a profit. We're now up to, well, then I spent the profit, so we're down to back down to 16 gold again. We picked up some better boots for Liliana. She is now using the Silver Hammer's Tack Masters, which gives her +2 dex. And that's basically it. I bought some more crafting supplies as well for some more potions, which I'll make when we do some other stuff off screen. I'm going to be using Liliana back in Redcliffe to pick a few locks, as it were. And I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that off screen. Let's talk to Morgan really quick and see how she's doing.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
How did you become a shape changer?
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
Your mother has been doing this for a long time, then.
Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
Can you change into other human forms as well?
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
Do you spend a lot of time as an animal?
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
What do other animals think of you when you're changed?
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
Can anyone become a shape changer?
Anyone with sufficient will. But the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell, and thus requires a mage's talents. Indeed, you could learn the spells required if I cared to teach you.
That's all I wanted to ask.
Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
That would just make you angry, I think.
No doubt it would. But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
Okay, everyone. Interesting to talk to several of my companions. Do I have any other gifts I want to give out while I'm here? I guess, white runestone, a small flat white runestone with a gold rune carved into it. I think this is given to Alistar.
Is that for me? Really? Wow. Wow!
Moderate constitution for Alistar. Nice. And he gained +7 favor. I believe that they can lose those powers if their favor goes down as well. So I want to off-screen go back to Redcliffe in order to hunt around the town and see if there's anything else to be had there. When we come back, I will be back in the camp, and we will be ready to go out adventuring to start doing some of these side quests. I will see you all then. Hey everyone, I was just about to start exploring when I realized, looking for locked things, when I realized that everyone leveled up. So we'll spend the level ups on screen. So Alistar Sten has leveled once, so he's going to get a point in strength. And I think I wanted 2 points in constitution. Oh wow, and he gets a point here. I really wanted him to take traps. I wouldn't mind him having extra combat tactics as well. I hate having to choose between the two because they're both useful for different reasons. We'll go ahead and pick combat tactics with him to start. He gets another skill. I want him to have another passive. What does he have? Stunning blows. The character's fondness for master-generated weapons means that each attack offers a chance to stun the opponent due to the sheer weight behind the blow. This is a passive. He doesn't need to activate it or anything of the sort. Shattering blows. This character is adept at destruction at death. This character is adept at destruction as at death and gains a large damage bonus against golems and other constructs. I don't know when we're going to be fighting golems and other constructs, but this might be useful to have when he reaches there. Or we can take Bravery. The warrior's unwavering courage grants bonuses to damage resistance and mental resistance, as well as a bonus to critical chance, increases proportionally the number of... yeah, I'm going to take Bravery, actually. Because we could use a bonus to his physical resistance to help him out, because he's taking a lot of damage. And he gets a tactic slots. So what do I want to put here? Let's say that if an ally health is lower than 50%, usability taunt? That seems like a really dumb idea. Actually, I'll do his tactics off screen. Let's level up Poppy next. He leveled up twice. Alright, that's awesome. Let's give him 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2. So 2 points in strength, willpower, and constitution. And he gets 1 skill point here. Combat training. The Barbari has undergone rigorous combat training, giving it a small bonus to critical chance attack and armor. That sounds fantastic. Well done, Poppy. And wow, we need to actually do something with your massive amount of empty space down there. Liliana leveled up. She leveled up once, I see, so she could probably use some more cunning. She also needs Constitution. We're just going to do this then with her. And she gets 1 skill point here. She can't take another point in lockpick. I'm not taking any in archery with her. I can start taking her down dual wielding. Yeah, let's start that then. So she'll take dual weapon training. The character has become more proficient fighting with 2 weapons, and now deals closer to normal damage bonus with the offhand weapon. So another passive bonus for her. It looks like they earn just enough experience points to level up. Probably because what level am I? 11? 10. Probably just enough to keep me in place with them. Let me see. Did anyone else level, as long as we're here?
Blood and damnation.
Let's do this on camera.
Oh, thank you. That's very...
No, Morgan, you didn't level up. What level are you? 9. Okay. Alright, everyone. We're done. Again, when we come back, we'll be back in camp. I will see you then. Hey, everyone. Sorry about this. Sten interrupted me when I went back to camp and stated the Blight. How will you end it? We have to fight the Archdemon.
Is that all? It is surrounded by an ocean of darkspawn. How will you reach it? If you reach it, how will you slay it? You say you are a Grey Warden. I have heard stories of this order.
Wait, you doubt I'm really a Warden?
Great strategists and peerless warriors. That is what we hear of the Wardens. So far, I am not impressed.
I'm not here to impress you.
Evidently not. It remains only to see what you are here for.
Sten approves, +6. Right to the point. Alright, everybody. When I come back, we will be ready to do some adventuring. I will see you in a few seconds.